Today, we're going to be reading more of your submitted crochet stories. Hey babes! Welcome back to Moonbae Crochet. It is Brandy, and today I am here to read more stories that you guys have submitted to my inbox that pertain to crochet, knit, anything crafty that you guys delve into. In case you're new here, my name is Brandy. I love to do crochet content on here, sharing patterns and projects that I love, having a cute little sit down, chill, crochet and chit chat moment with y'all, just getting cute, cozy, and crafty with you guys. So if any of that kind of content sounds interesting to you, I would love it if you would consider subscribing, sticking around. We have lots of fun here. Before we get started, just in case any of you would like to be a part of one of these types of videos, my email is always linked down below. Feel free to send me any stories that you have that pertain to the craft that you enjoy doing. They don't have to be absurd stories, like if you've seen my r/am I the asshole stories. It doesn't have to be crazy stories like that. It can be heartfelt memories that you have, funny instances that you've had, whatever. But if they gotta be absurd, hey, I'm willing to read whatever you guys got. It's absolutely okay if you want to stay anonymous, just let me know. Otherwise, if you don't let me know whether or not you want to be anonymous, I'll probably just keep you anonymous for, I'd rather be safe than sorry. And also, I don't just take stories. If you want to send me pictures of any whips that you got going on, any finished products that you're proud of, whatever you guys got, I am here to show them off and share your guys' stories. So, without further ado, let's hop right into today's submissions. The first story is from a subscriber called A, and they said, I lead a small neighborhood needlework group. My neighborhood does an angel tree where people buy gifts for children in need in the community each year. And each year since the needlework group has formed, our biggest charity project has been to make knit/crochet hats and or scarves for every child on the tree. We basically make assorted sizes all year in between our own projects, and then when we get the list of recipients around Thanksgiving, I match up the completed items to children, and then we make items for any remaining children because we can't make things for 30 plus school-age children in 2 or 3 weeks, especially during the busy holidays. If there are extras of a particular size, I have another local charity that is happy to accept them. Last year, the neighborhood added an angel tree for a local low-income senior housing building. The building management gave us info for about 10 people who did not have any family. And the needlework group has also gave these seniors all a knit/crochet hat or scarf, plus a couple of knit/crochet dishcloths. So, another resident recently approached me, September, about this year's angel trees. He wanted to let me know that we are doing the senior angel tree again this year, and he thought it would be nice if the needlework group made blankets/afghans for the seniors. My first reaction was to laugh. Once I got control of myself, I managed to say there is simply not enough time or volunteers to make adult-sized blankets for this year or any future year, plus all the extra yarn expenses. I did tell him we are planning on doing a hat or scarf for each recipient again, but the audacity to ask for that many Afghans. Yeah, that's kind of wild. Honestly, it just goes to show that people are ignorant when it comes to the knowledge of like working or how long it takes to create crochet goods. And ignorant is not a bad word, it's just, they're just uninformed. And so, I think that people just know that you know how to do a skill, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, okay, well, it should be no problem for you to just whip up this, and that. Like, I wish that this was the first story I've read that was something like this, but unfortunately not. People just always seem to overestimate the abilities that we have when we have these skills, but it's like, no, man, like, I'll be lucky if I get all of the stuff that I need to get done. Like, you want me to make 10 blankets, adult-sized blankets? Like, you're funny. Yeah, so I totally understand why your first reaction was to laugh, but that's so sweet. Like, I love that you guys make the angel tree things for the children, and then you moved on to seniors as well, and now it sounds like you do both, and that's like incredible. That's a very, very noble thing for all of you to be partaking in. I'm sure it fills your heart and your soul and stuff, but yeah, I mean, that guy did have audacity. I guess I will agree with you, but again, try not to hold it against him. It probably was just, they just don't get it. They just don't know. But thank you for your submission, A. The next submission is from a subscriber who actually submitted something in one of our last reading subscriber stories. It was the story regarding the woman who went to law school and then unfortunately got diagnosed with Parkinson's disease. So she took up crochet, and it's like a source of comfort for her, And it's just a short blurb. She said, "Thank you, Brandy. I just recently watched your YouTube video where you're sharing my story. I appreciate your words. The reason why I wanted to share my story is because I want to raise awareness about Parkinson's. There are a lot of misconceptions and taboos about this disease. I'm doing fine now. Actually, I'm doing so fine that I'm looking for a job. Oh my gosh. As humans, we don't appreciate what we have because we take it for granted, like mobility. Something as simple as holding a crochet hook and making a slip knot can turn into a 10-minute task. Wow. Because of that, I learned to live every day as if it's the last one. P.S. Actually, I would like to show you one of my last projects. It's the Little Stories Cowl by Crochet Wench. It's a free pattern. It's on Ravelry, 100% recommended. And this is the photo, and it is gorgeous. Oh my gosh. I love it, and I love the colors. It very much feels like something gorgeous and rich that you could wear during the fall time. I love how it came out. Oh my gosh. Well, first of all, I would just like to extend my biggest congratulations to you, that you are able, like, you're feeling so much better now that you're able to look for work. I didn't even know that there were, please forgive me if like this comes off ignorant, like I just said, but, I didn't even know that there were treatments for Parkinson's disease. And I mean, obviously I don't know, I wouldn't go as far as to say like you are cured, but I guess the treatment that you spoke about having in your last story helped you so much that now you have better mobility, and it's so much so that you're even able to go look for work now. And, I think that your message also regarding that as people, we take things for granted so much, like, you're absolutely right. I think like we don't really understand sometimes when we're in a privileged position and walking into our home and flicking on the light switch and the lights turning on is a privilege that we take for granted. And turning on the water to get in the shower and the water's hot, it's nice and like warm, is a privilege, and we take it for granted. And mobility, simple things like moving my hands, and the fact that I can use a crochet hook with no mobility issues. These are things that of course I take for granted because it's like they come naturally to me, and I would never think I guess I would never know that it could be such a daunting thing or such a big, huge task because I'm not faced with these issues. But like, these things can happen to anybody, and you really realize how much you take things for granted when you are hit with these situations, with these diagnoses, with these circumstances, where you come home and the lights don't come on, or you turn on the water and it doesn't get hot, or even worse, if there's no water at all, or, you are unable to do simple things that people consider simple because of mobility issues. And so, I think that as people, we can all take some time, try to be more mindful about, when we're eating dinner, like, wow, I am being nourished right now. Like, thank you for this food. Like, thank, whatever it is that you believe in, the universe, God, like whatever, or just, life. Just be grateful that you are surrounded by things that, a lot of people don't have. And, I think that is a very good message to share. So thank you so much for sharing that with me. And your cowl is beautiful. I kind of want to make one now. Oh my gosh. Oh, like, I feel like that's something that my mom would love. Like, I don't know. I feel like she likes things like that. Like, I don't know. But anyway, thank you so much for sharing. I really appreciate you, like, trusting me with your story. And I'm glad that, you appreciated my words, and I hope I did them justice again this time. The next submission is from a subscriber who also sent one recently in one of our last videos, and they are called Moon. And they said, "It is Moon again. It's okay to use my name. I freehanded the 8-point granny square blanket, but this video by Bag-A-Day is pretty similar to what I did. I did the divots a little differently, and I used less chains, but close enough if you want a super simple star blanket. I did not mind the Betty McKnit 6-day. This is the one I made. I was attempting to stash bust and use a different color for every round. This took me 6 days, but I was off work and it was super cold. So I just watched movies and made this. It's very big. And this is the photo. Oh my gosh, that's beautiful. You know what that kind of reminds me of is like the like Mexican style ponchos, like, or like the cobijas. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but just the colors and like the way that it changes color every round, that's gorgeous. And wow, you did a very good job. Um, I don't know. I think I probably would. I'm the type of person that would prefer like a simple granny star blanket like you showed me in your first one, but your Betty McKnitt 6-day star blanket came out gorgeous. And honestly, the fact that you were off work and it was cold and you just sat there for 6 days and made a gorgeous blanket. Oh, oh, that sounds like a dream. That sounds like a dream, and I'm so happy for you. Okay, I'm so happy that you got that experience. And because you like pet pics, here are my dog's chicken and waffles. I also freehanded my dog Chicken with t-shirt beginner yarn. Oh my gosh. Oh, it does look like him. How cute. Oh my gosh. His little wiry hair. Oh, and my dog Waffles with super chunky finger knitting yarn. It's about 2 times as big as him. Oh my gosh, so that's big. Oh, how cute. I love your little puppies. Chicken, by the way. Chicken and waffles. You called your dogs Chicken and Waffles. I love that. You're amazing. I love this. Thank you so much for sharing, Moon. The next submission is from a subscriber named Samantha, and they said, hey, yep, it's me, and I'm here with another story because I have a list of all the crochet related stories stacked up. Oh my god, send them, babe. Thank you so much for featuring me. Hearing your thoughts is so helpful. So here's some of my personal info for the viewers because you probably know everything about me now. My age, 15. My name, Samantha. And my mom and dad are in their 50s. Background info. I have ADHD, like really bad ADHD. My brain is f***ed up. It is so bad that if I had to sit still for 1 hour with nothing to watch or do with my hands, I would start crying out of frustration. Yes, I am diagnosed. And I will pick at the skin on my lips until it bleeds, or the skin around my thumb or fingernails, or peel my split ends. You get the gist. The thing is, my mom is never a mental health matters type of person. Bless you. Thank you. Even though my ADHD is really obvious, my mom never understood it. She said, there's nothing wrong with you, or you're perfectly fine. I mean, in my opinion, ADHD is not something too big mental health wise. Like, it's not anything huge, but I want to be seen, you know? So crochet has been a big help with my ADHD. I learned it back in 2022 and it changed my life, not to be dramatic or anything. It gave me something to do with my hands without getting restless. So I've become somewhat good at crochet. Like I can do stuff without a pattern and I can crochet simple stitches without looking. So I began to bring my yarn with me everywhere, to restaurants, inside the car, and at the cafe, my favorite spot and stuff, including school. So I am homeschooled using a program called Acellus Academy? Sorry. So I just need the app on my computer and it plays videos and I answer questions later. So I have been crocheting while the videos played. I can grasp the topics and I always get above an 80%. Schooling in this app is so easy. And it helps motivate myself and helps me pay attention. But my mom doesn't get that, even though I always get B's and A's and always got the answer almost or all correct. She says I'm not paying attention. When I bring up the fact that crocheting helps me with my ADHD, she said, doing 2 things at once will ruin your brain even worse. So every time I learn, she takes my crochet hook and yarn away, even though I paid for everything. Even at the beach when I crochet there, she said for me to put my yarn away and just stare at the beach to turn my brain off. But I don't want to do that because crochet is relaxing and I am skilled enough that I can turn my brain off and crochet. I'm very sorry that you have to go through that. Speaking from experience, I mean, I'm somebody who, I've known like older adults who, they write off, especially like in my culture, like I am Latina, I come from Mexican culture, and my mom was always like a very, very understanding. She's like the best. Okay. So my mom isn't like this, but I do know that like growing up around other, Mexican kids, a lot of their parents like very much write off mental health as like being not real, or you're just complaining, or you just want attention and all this stuff. And it's like, they don't really ever consider that, no, this is a real thing that is like affecting your child. So I'm really sorry that as like a 15-year-old you're having to deal with that, like that. I mean, unfortunately, I think it is more common than we even hear about. Which is very unfortunate, but I'm glad that you say that crochet has helped you so much. That's like a beautiful thing. I'm just kind of sad to hear that, it's almost like, your mom gets upset with you that you want to do crochet during everything, but it's like if it helps you and you're still getting your work done, I mean, obviously I'm not your parent and I can't make decisions on your behalf, but I'm like, if it seems like the two things are working, and that's just how your brain works, your brain isn't messed up. It just functions in a different way than other people's brains who don't have this condition. So but I'm glad that you have learned to crochet, and you've been working on it for about 3 years now, it sounds like. So I hope you're still having fun with it. I hope you don't get discouraged. Keep up the great work, and it's so nice to hear from you. So thank you so much, Samantha. And the last submission we have today is from a subscriber named Noor, and they said, "Hi, I'm Noor. You can share my name. I'm a 15-year-old crocheter from the Netherlands, and I wanted to share some projects I made. I've been crocheting for 2.5 years. Okay, party time. I also attached a photo of my dog and cat. I made the octopus about 1.5 years ago. It was my first long project to finish. If anyone is looking for a pattern, I found it on Etsy by searching African flower crochet octopus pattern." And here is your adorable sleeping kitty. Oh my goodness gracious. And then what else do we have here? Oh my gosh, how cute those tiny little granny squares. Oh my gosh, my hands would never allow me to make something so tiny, but how adorable. Your dog is precious. Your dog is precious. Oh my gosh, and I want to make that. Oh my gosh, I want to make that octopus so cute. What am I telling you guys? I think I said it in a recent video, but like granny squares, in this case, it's like a granny hexagon, but like such good building blocks. You can just turn them into anything. It's like crochet Legos. Like, oh my gosh. And I love the colors. I love the colors. I'm a pink girl. I don't know if you knew that, but gorgeous octopus. And then, oh my gosh, it's like a mesh crochet, but it's like cats. How adorable. And you're only 15. Oh my god. I couldn't even crochet this well when I was 18. Like, wow. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for sharing with me, Nora. I love hearing from you youngsters. I swear, like, it just makes me feel good that you guys, feel seen here, feel safe enough to share your stories with me. You're all the way in the Netherlands too. That's like, I mean, wait, actually, I don't know where that is. I'm so horrible with geography, but like, just seeing, like, I've heard some of you say that you're in Germany, you're in Australia, like, knowing that there's so many of you from all over the world, like, my gosh, I feel like honored that like I've made it onto your YouTube platform and you're here supporting and watching me, and I love to hear from you guys. So seriously, these types of videos are like so much fun for me to make. So please just keep the stories coming, you guys. Keep the photos coming. You guys are so immensely talented. You guys are all so sweet. I love hearing from you guys so much, and I know that this video is probably a little shorter than usual. I didn't get as many submissions since my last one, so the only way that I can continue making these videos is if you guys continue to send me stories. So I'm always glad to share, to hear whatever you guys got. My email is always linked down below, like I said in the beginning. Please feel free. Don't feel shy. Like I said, if you want to be anonymous, completely, like, that's totally fine. If you want to go by an alias, give me your alias. Like, whatever you guys got, I'm here to share. And I cannot thank you guys enough for always being here, always liking, subscribing, commenting, and sharing your stories with me. You guys are the best. I hope everybody has an amazing rest of your day, week, month, night, whatever you're having. Please enjoy yourself, and I will see you all in the next one. Mwah. Bye!